Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It is July 10, 2023. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcast. 20,000 times, Mr. Perry, we've heard you beg, please take her car away, then she'll like me. Then she'll do what we say. 20,000 times. Last night we heard you talking again. Maybe we can slash her tires. Maybe we can have Mo get that car. She's not talking to Mo. She won't get a rental. I'm quoting you. You're not quoting us. Name one guy that gets the information from you to me. Name one guy, Mr. Perry. Everybody hates your guts, sir. People do not like peeping toms who stalk and are cruel and take money from women and children and exploit and traffic and murder. Right? So we are quoting you. You're not quoting us. We decide when we get something in, we decide who puts it out, when they put it out, how they put it out. We have always controlled every aspect of the flow of information. It has not been hard because you're such an asshole and you cause so many problems for other people. That's all you do all day. You don't have a life. You sit on your ass, you watch women in the privacy of their home against their will and make us feel raped. We decide the words we use to define how you make us feel, not you. We're calling it rape. We get to do that. We're the victims. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. We have your names. If your name is on this list, I would say the chances are very high that you've got a wiretap order on every phone you have, Mr. Perry and Club Weirdo. We have all that, and we got it, and it wasn't up to you, was it? Subjugation, right? It's not about a date, is it? According to Britain, subjugation of the victim is of importance to this type of sexual perverted killer. Deviant. Peeping is a very serious crime. It's deviant. Nobody likes it. You're not quoting us. We're quoting you. We don't call around and ask who leaked. You're asking if my family leaked. You went to my family and told them a whole different story, didn't you? Right? A whole different bullshit story. Today we hear you made my family do the scripts and the role playing, just like you did my coworkers. And my uncle got mad because it's stupid and got up and walked out. Sir, you're in trouble for coercion. You sold me to a Houston realtor. It's illegal to human traffic, Dum Dum. It's illegal to peep. It's illegal to stalk. It's illegal to continue to harass someone who's asked you to stop contacting them. Okay? You're not a victim. We heard you guys talk. What happens is, what he said is, Cynthia's privacy is not to be invaded anymore. My boss, a police officer, said that to you. Her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You are not to contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form ever again. She is not to be broke and have to ask for money. Respect her. Respect the law. The laws against trafficking, the laws against coercion, the laws against tampering with my witness, the laws against voyeurism, the laws against harassment and threats, the laws against fraud and perjury in a courtroom. Get the hell out of her fucking life. He said it in March 2020. She's, at no point does she have to lie for you, and she sure as shit doesn't have to be trafficked. And she said no. She should say it one time. There shouldn't be any need to repeat anything at all. Your conduct is illegal. It is deviant. It is offensive, and everyone hates you. So we are getting the cooperation, not you. And you act like you don't know what that means. Lucius called my professor this morning and told her to fail me. And that was recorded. If I have your name, if it's on this list, the chances are high you got wiretap orders on every phone you use. frequently enough to where they know you're using it. I'm not told exactly the semantics of all that, but that produced a hell of a lot of evidence. In fact, somebody said she has not just one of these, but she's got a fuck ton. Somebody else after that said there's so many of these she has well in advance or beforehand. It's not just a little, and they've made a mistake in that they'll plan some sort of crime against Cynthia, and then these guys helping her catch it, and they find out, and then she types it up in an email, and it goes out. So they'll let the dust settle, and that's their approach. Let's let the dust settle and then try again. And they've done that so many times and gotten caught so many times. She doesn't just have a little, she has, and I'm quoting, a fuck ton. So this morning, we hear you guys, well, we should have gotten our car last night from her. And then this morning when she wakes up to find out she failed her class because we told her professor to fail her class, now that's caused a problem with her student loan money, then she would have given in and been coerced into doing some things she's refused to do and refused to say for 10 years. We heard you say it. We heard the phone call, Lucius. We don't have leaks. We don't run around going, how did they find out what we're doing? You do that. We don't have any problem with it at all. So we heard this morning you guys arguing, and the guy said, you brought the lawsuit. The burden of proof is on you, not her. What lawsuit? Is that the one Matt is obsessed with getting my address? We got to get her served. And I said, make sure you want to do that, because everything that you've gone into court and said, like, she can't prove it. Are you sure? They can't prove it? Do you know who they is? How am I getting that? She can't prove it. Right? Didn't you say that? How do I know you said that? Okay, so who's getting me this? And the judge said, if it's not law enforcement, then you're going to have to come to me with a viable alternative theory and substantiating evidence, because we can't put on the court record that you think it's Roswell aliens and shapeshifters helping her. So what do you think it is? I need something viable. We can't just come up with information out of our asses. There's too much she has well before, well in advance. The most compelling is that she knew Michael Nealey was drugged before depositions had even taken, and it wasn't public yet. It wasn't on the docket yet. So who in law enforcement gave that to her? She's asserting it's law enforcement. It looks to me like it is, because this is about crime fighting. You're human traffickers. You're trying to take my money so you can make money. That's extortion. That's coercion. Perry has told everybody in Oklahoma, I'm going to starve her until she lies. Calvin has told everybody in Oklahoma, she's just not destitute enough yet. You expressed intent to coerce, trafficking, and a lie. And I've talked about it, and talked about it, and talked about it, and talked about it, and talked about it. And you act like you're not caught yet, and we think you need to be in a butterfly net. Mr. Perry, when you contact me like you just did, we always get more stuff like this, like last night. You wanted to get my car. Somebody told the guy, Calvin, I need to go get her car tonight. I'm going to go take that car away from her. And Perry's all, please take her car away, then she'll lie for me. Please take her car away, then she'll lie for me. 20,000 times they have you saying that. And he was told, those guys will flat wake her up. When does she go to sleep? I need to wait till she goes to sleep. Let me know when she goes to sleep. Unless you've got cameras in my home against my will, that is illegal. You wouldn't know when I'm going to go to sleep, would you? We did say you're a peeping Tom. You got a sex weirdo problem. It's disgusting to everybody. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Everybody hates you. They love us. We're making you stop. All the cruelty, all the creepy shit you people do, all the imposition and the burden that you are, makes everybody's stomach turn. They're helping us, they are not helping you. We're getting the information, you are not. We don't ask about leaks, we don't have them. Everybody's sick and tired of you making me broke. Everybody's sick and tired of you threatening me. I'm going to take her car away. I'm going to take her car away. I'm going to take her car away. I'm going to take her car. I'm going to make her broke. Do you know how you sound to everybody else? And the repeat over and over and over and 20,000 fucking times. Our shrink's like, I'm about ready to have our court give a court order to put him in a mental hospital immediately, due to the number of times we've had to tell him the same thing over and over and over, and it's not clicking. Goes right over his head. And he's getting dangerous. More by the day. You know, some of the guys helping me, remember, you've made this international. You're using my body against my will for your pretend love life, for your make-believe world. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. You can't get real. You have nothing. You sit on your fat, lazy ass, turning off women, making us hate. Everybody hates your guts. Skin crawls. It's not normal to watch a woman in the privacy of her home. That's why everybody's not doing it. It's illegal. Because it's offensive conduct. It makes everybody else throw up. Normal people are like, why in the fuck would anyone do that? Why in the fuck would anyone fucking do that? And you're selling watch time. So you're making a profit off of me on the dark web, and you sold me to this Houston realtor guy. You took half the money up front and you waiting to deliver to get the other half, and everybody on the fucking planet knows you're caught but you. So and you're trying to make me where I don't have any money and I'm just desperate, and then I'll go along with it. I lived in my car for 6 months. I ate maybe twice a week. Took a bath maybe twice a week if you let me. Did I come call you? Did I say, please come? Okay, now I'll be your bitch. Now I'll commit crime with you. I said no. I'm calling it rape. You go into court and you tell the judge, she's lying. She's defamed me. She said I'm raping her. Like some princess. I define how you make me feel. You do not get to do that. I do it, not you. Do you understand me? I'm getting the intel, not you. Provide a viable alternative theory to it being law enforcement, Mr. Perry, with substantiating evidence. You can talk to police on the fucking phone. Can you not? Let me tell you something. If anybody listening has seen the movie Sicario, there's a part in that they make a guy suck the man's dick. It's vulgar. I'm sorry. It's a rated R movie. Listen, this is organized crime. There's drug cartel involved. There's sex traffickers involved. It's dirty. And it came after me. And I get to talk about it. I have freedom of expression. I can tell people what you're doing to me. Nothing about that is illegal. I can tell anybody I want how you make me feel. It's not up to you. So some of the guys that help us, that are in the need to know, have been through that shit. They've had to go through something like that. The guy makes the suspect suck his dick. It's awful. Some of the guys helping me have been through that. They don't have any patience for a little girl princess like you, who thinks it's cute to beat down a woman and starve her and violate basic rights and needs, deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce, because you want your money, or you want to feel tough, and take my money so I cannot even eat, so that you make your money and extort from me. Okay? And coerce. The thing that you do with the role playing, I'm going to list it. First of all, your civil case is part of the criminal case. So we know everything you say in that court. Okay? I'm not to respond. The prosecutor, I don't know everything you say in the court. Let me rephrase. I don't know everything you say in the court. The prosecutor does. He tells me little bits and pieces if he wants me to address it. He said, I'm dealing with that. I'm fixing to put them in jail for that. That's part of our criminal case. Because everything they go in there and say to that judge is bullshit. It's not, there's no truth to it. So, what they did to you in the 3 civil cases that you filed against them, where they went in and made sure you weren't there. They didn't have an opponent. They argued against themselves and beat themselves. We gave them a gold star, and they're going to get charged criminally for everything they did illegal in those, plus whatever they've done in their own, plus whatever they've done with a grand jury. She's supposed to be in jail and not able to talk about this because we framed her for some murder. Here's what we heard you said. That you have been talking to my family for a long time, introducing them as your family. Introducing my son as your stepson. And everybody wants to barf. Setting them down, here's your script, let's role play. So we coerce her to do something she doesn't want to do against her will. You're going to help us with the crime. My uncle was like, this is stupid. Bye-bye. Right? I heard he said that. We heard that today. Somebody said, he's not just doing that with her coworkers. He did that with her family, and her uncle thought it was stupid. He didn't want it. He got up and left. I'm surprised they all didn't get up and leave. So, you've told them, oh, I love her, and I just want to take care of her. It's an economy, and she just won't let me. And that's a lie. That is a lie from the pit of hell. What? I'm broke? He's making me broke. He's doing it intentionally. Mr. Perry is a sick, twisted motherfucker who likes to do this. I'll be the villain and the hero. I'll cause the problem, and the only one that can fix it is me. And he thinks that's supposed to make us all like him. Wow. Oh my God. You're just a low-life fucking criminal. That's all you are. Just a scumbag. Then we'll do this false arrest, and I'll sit her down and tell her, you have to sign my lie. You have to be coerced. You can quick tell your family a final goodbye. They're all here. We'll do these faked up wedding photos that have nothing real about them to cover up my forgery of the marriage license that I got so that I could get information and ruin your finances and then traffic you. Women who are broke and have no car and destitute and all that, they're much easier to traffic. And you're trying to get a passport. Didn't you ask a cop yesterday, Calvin, to pull me over and take a picture of her driver's license and send it to me? We need to get her a passport. We're going to traffic her. He said, no. Listen, I've heard about this one. Not doing it. I don't know who she has helping her, but I got problems at my house. I'm not going to add one more. You want to be stupid, be my guest. I'm not going to help you do that. More than one has told you no. Right? What he said is, her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her anymore. Don't keep causing problems for her. And she's not to be broke. You give back what you took and you get out. In no time does she have to lie. And no time does she have to be trafficked. And if you continue to push that, you're going to push me. Then I'm going to make you wish you hadn't done that. Nobody's picking a fight with you. Nobody's picking a fight with you. So imagine what he's gone through, what he thinks of a princess like you. Yeah, that's why he won't call you back. Has he called you back? Yeah, he's not going to. Okay, so when we get all this, Mr. Perry, you pissed us off. So my guys get to work. One of them's been through some shit. More than one. They don't have patience for a bitch like you. Human rights violations is what started this to begin with. Trafficking is a very serious crime. So is coercion. So is coercion. Grand larceny with intent to coerce. Deprivation of food and shelter with intent to coerce. interference with commerce with intent to coerce, interference with contracts with intent to coerce, perjury, fraud, obstruction, tampering with an evidence, tampering with a witness, human trafficking, voyeurism, cloning my phone, and calling my professor to try to tell her to make me fail. So we heard you this morning. We should have taken the car last night, so when she woke up this morning, she sees she has no car and no money. No student loan money coming. Here's the thing that my guys feel about the student loan money. I shouldn't need one. Mr. Perry, I have billed you $1,000 a day for using my body against my will, without my consent, for your profit and imagination, your pretend world. It's not free. You're shoplifting. Plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, and you've been told to cease and desist immediately. So, for you to have the nerve to do what you've done and continue to do what you've done, and for me to be broke, more than one person has said that, Charles. People are not dumb. There's no excuse for her to be broke. She ought to be making $4,000 a month, not living off of a student loan in the amount of $4,000 every 6 months, and they keep trying to fuck that up for her. So she's destitute and coerced into being trafficked and lie. We're going to do a false arrest. We found a fat girl, a bigger fat girl, who committed a crime. We're going to say Cindy did it. We know there's a video in which the girl can be seen doing stuff or whatever. They said she doesn't walk the same as Cindy, and her gesturing is completely different. It's not her. I know there's a video. I know you have Huntington's disease. I know you did the murder frame-up. I know you have an affidavit lie. I know about the forgery. I know about that you sold me to this guy in Houston. I know about all that before you've actually done it, because I have cops helping me. And if it's not cops, please do tell us. What is it you think it is? Prove it. You do have to prove it. You're the one in court. You brought the suit. The burden of proof's on you. Yeah, right. You're going to have to also prove it in your criminal trial. My prosecutor said, don't touch it. I got it. It's part of the criminal trial. They're lying about everything. You know how I know? Wiretap orders and leaks. We're quoting them every day. They're not quoting us. My guys won't call you back. After what they've been through, you think they're going to call a princess like you back? Who abuses women and children and blows up our lives, and think that makes you a man? It makes you an it. And a monster is what it makes you. Okay? So we got all that. My poor uncle did not want to be a part of your strange-o. So your family's going to tell you one final goodbye, and then you're off to Texas. Unless you refuse, and then you're stuck in jail. We're going to do the same thing to you we did to Michael Nealey. And how do we know you had that plan? Police are investigating you. If it's not police, please do tell us what it is and make sure you can prove it. Okay? So, without it being a criminal, prove it by way of legal means, sir. Do one thing legal for one day, can you? We think you can't go 5 minutes without committing a crime. All of you. All of you guys that have your name on here, plus Tim and Greg, the new 2 names we have, chances are very high. You got wiretap orders on every phone that you have and every phone you use frequently. Like maybe in an office, if there's a certain phone you sit at a certain desk and it's a company ABC, but it's always the phone you use, chances are high there's a wiretap order on that one too. I don't know why you wouldn't think of that yourselves. It seems like a normal, I would, if you're... Okay, so there's all this. And if she doesn't do it, we'll just tell her I offered to help her. And I tell her family she just won't let me help her. Do they know what you would make me do to get that help? And is it really help? I don't think it's really help, is it? Yeah. Okay. When we quote you, what does it go through your mind? What do you think that is? We have always controlled every aspect of the flow of information. It has never been you. In 10 years, every day for 7 years that you know of, 10 years total, we know everything you've said. Every fucking thing you've said. Every fucked up thing you've said. Because remember, there was a time I was not allowed to admit there was a need to know. But because they said he's talked about killing you so much that maybe it's better if he knows there is an investigation, but you're not allowed to say who's involved. So maybe that way he won't kill you. And even after that, does my family know you did try? Talk to a hitman? We'll tell her family it was just an unfortunate allergic reaction. They'll be fine with that. So my boss got that from you to me. He's not going to call you back. It's not going to happen. What he told you is give it back. Give back what you took. Fix what you broke. And you get the fuck out of her life right now. He's been saying that to you for years. And the more you don't do it, the more we get. When you contact me, we always get more. When you invade my privacy, we always get more. When you cause a problem for me, we always get more. When you pose a threat to me, we always get more. When I'm broke, we always get more. So, my family is not your family. And you need to get some grasp on reality. Where's Jacqueline, your wife? When you come up here and live in make-believe world. Huh? You got caught when you do it to me. Michael Nealey's still in jail. Why is that? Why is he still in jail, Mr. Perry? Lucius calls my professor, make her fail. How many men sit around and try to figure out how to make me fail? Huh? Everybody hates y'all. We don't have any problems at all getting the intel. You have leaks, we don't. We're not the ones running around. How did she find out? How did she know? How did she find out? How did she know? Every day. Okay, yeah. I know, I'll get a creepy little doll, then she'll like me. I'll take her car, then she'll like me. Yeah, I'll take all her money, then she'll like me. And I'm like, I don't go out with guys like that. I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I'll take all her money, then she'll like me. We'll tell her family, it's just about economy. I've been trying to help her, she won't let me. That's bullshit. You'll help me if I be trafficked. And I'm dead in a week. As soon as I sign that affidavit, that is your lie, I'll be dead. Because you're not going to let me pop. Do you think do I have stupid written across my forehead? You don't think these guys know everything you've said about that? We got to kill her so she doesn't pop up later and tell everybody we made her sign that. Here's jail or sign it. And then we'll just tell her family, I tried to help her and she just wouldn't let me. You think we don't know? We control the flow of information, not you. We decide what we know, and when we put we decide which part of what we know. We decide when it goes out, and if it goes out, and how it goes out. And I decide how the words that I use to describe how you make me feel, not you. You don't speak for me. Yeah, you are a nosy body bore. I already know what I did all day. So, Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we always get more. When you peep and creep, we always get more, sir. When you take my money, we always get more, sir. You're stepping on very powerful toes, and guys who've been through shit you can't imagine. They don't have any patience for a little princess like you. They're not going to talk to you on the phone. Okay, I talk to them every day. People like us, they don't like you. You're weirdo. You're mean and you're weirdo. So people love us, they hate y'all, all of you. Your name's on that list, you're part of that. Unless, I'm going to leave it at that right now. I will tell you, if your name's on that list, chances are very, 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 very high, and you should have thought about this before, that there's a wiretap order on your phones. Okay, this one is, he's in Oklahoma. You are a stalker. You're a fucking reject. You fail. I don't go out with men who can't respect boundaries and be normal. I don't go out with men that don't interest me, who are boring. I already know what I did all day. I only go out with men that work hard and have something interesting to talk about. I don't go out with cop killers and child pornographers. I don't go out with rapists, sex weirdos, people that bother my family and can't respect boundaries. I don't go out with guys that go into court and lie. I don't go out with, human traffickers, cop killers. And I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. I better never have missed a meal, or you'll never hold my hand. And if you try, I'll beat the fuck out of you. It won't be because I want to. Fabian won. You did not. Fabian won. You did not. Guess what? He works hard. He doesn't hurt people. You're just a pathetic little reject. You fail. You can't be normal. You can't keep up with average people in society. You fail. You're inept. You're stupid. You're repulsive. You disgust me. And I said no. You're a job. Anybody else have this much intel on your crime? Anybody else? Name one person. I'm good at what I do. Our goal is you're in jail and you can't do this to people anymore. You can never hurt anyone again. And name one person that's gotten as close to the goal as we have. Name one. Name one, Charles. Oh, yeah, you can't. Name one of my guys that gets me this. Oh, yeah, you can't. Look at all those names we got. People hate your guts. Charles, you have not one name. You have not one name. I should have taken her car last night. So then when she wakes up this morning, she sees she has no car, and I fucked up her school loan. So she's just fucked. Then she would have done what we say. We heard ya. Look at that. Do you know what that says? Do you know what it means that we have all this? You're stupid. You act like you don't know. I don't have any patience for stupid. I really fucking don't. I mean, I don't... We don't even, like, you're pathetic. I'm going to take her car away. I'm going to take her car away. I'm going to take her car away. Constantly, 20,000 times. They're about ready to put you in the funny farm because you repeat yourself so much. And we're like, you're caught, Dum Dum. Dum Dum, we already have that. You're caught, dummy. Hey, fucktard. We already talked about that. Everybody knows. You're caught. I'm dead anyway. Oh my God, okay. Look at that. I had a waitressing job and you fucked it up. So how much money did that cost me? $1,000 a day for using my body against my will, for your entertainment and for profit. $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent. And cease and desist. Cut that the fuck out. You literally, see, we want to do the catching, you want to be caught. Right? You attract what you want right to you. You want to get caught, we want to do the catching. So we attracted each other into each other's lives. You guys, I mean, most people, if they get caught this much, would stop. They'd have the good sense to stop, not y'all. You guys are so, I mean, I don't even know what to say to the stupid. Okay, so I'm going to say this and then we're going to wrap this up because I got shit to do. This guy didn't recognize me or see my car. As soon as I dropped the food off, we heard you talking to him. His name is Corey. Hacking is a crime. Cloning is a crime. Illegal access to somebody's electronic device. Illegal use of somebody else's electronic device. Get the fuck out of my phone. I'm going to starve her till she lies. Nobody else suspect a thing. Do you have a Fabian puzzle? You don't even have a Fabian. Fabian won. Not you. You're the rejected fail. Everybody else just moves on. Mr. I can't keep up with normal. Yeah. Failure. You fail every fucking day. This one is a judge, right? It does appear to be law enforcement and you failed to provide a viable alternative theory. Go into court and she can't prove it. She said this and she said that and she can't prove it. Well, but I'm seeing too many things here that she has well in advance that you can't explain how that happened. So are you sure? Maybe they can prove it. Maybe this is part of a criminal case. I'm looking at a woman who's documenting what's happening to her and expressing how she feels about it, none of which is criminal. None of which is criminal. You look kind of pathetic and desperate right now is what this looks like. Get me a viable alternative theory with substantiating evidence, because you're coming in here and telling me it was Roswell aliens, or I mean, how does she know before? How does she know your names? How does she know you have Huntington's disease and that you're officially diagnosed wacky and slow, mentally slow? Huntington's causes paranoia, hallucinations, delusion. You see things that are not there. And paranoia and impaired cognitive reasoning. Impaired cognitive reasoning. There's a cause and effect here. When you contact me, we always get more. For 10 years, every day, we always get more. When you invade my privacy for 10 years, every single day, we always get more. We quote you, you're not quoting us. We're naming your people. You don't have one name of our guys. Not one. You take my money, they get really mad. We always quote you. More and more. The more you take my money, we quote you more. Cause and effect, same, different, before and after. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it to me. We get it before, not after. These are things we all learned in daycare, Mr. Mental Slow. Fabian works hard, and he's not cruel. He doesn't peep and creep and, live in pretend world and impose and burden other people. He won, not you. Okay, so she's basically saying that, prove it's not law enforcement. The burden of proof's on you. Didn't somebody told you that this morning? You brought the lawsuit, burden of proof's on you. She didn't have to prove shit. You do. If you bring a lawsuit against somebody, the burden of proof is on you. Interestingly, she brought 3 against you, and you wouldn't let her in court so she could do that. I think you pissed a lot of people off when you did that, by the way. It was bad enough that you hurt her, and you hurt her bad. But then you didn't make it right. So we start getting, look at that. We start finding out everything everybody says about this. And all of a sudden you got wiretap orders on everybody. I wish I would have taken her car last night so she'd wake up this morning and see how fucked I did, how I fucked her over even worse than ever. Thinking I could make her do something she doesn't want to do. Right, creepy Chucky? I know, I'll go get a doll and a little girl toy and then she'll like me. I know. I'll take all her money and starve her, and then she'll like me. I'll take her car, then she'll like me. What doesn't she like me? What could it be? Didn't somebody say that? I have a girlfriend. I'm not crossing boundaries. That's weirdo. So, I don't call her friends and family ever. But if I did, it would be to find out what she wants for her birthday or for Christmas. Not to have her family get information off her car so I can take it away from her. What an asshole. This is not a date. He's not trying to win her heart. This is trafficking. He's doing everything women hate. Everything a woman would hate. Very cruel. So, in 10 years, I've tried to get 11 times some sort of court order making you leave me alone. I moved twice to get away from you and have no conflict. And nothing. No conversations, no conflict. I don't want to hear what you think, sir. You don't even make sense. You told me you want to traffic me. You told me you want to demand a lie. You've threatened false arrest to get it. You've threatened to starvation to get it. You threatened to make me destitute to get it. And I've still said no. I've been destitute for 6 months. I didn't even hardly fucking eat. And I still said no. No means no. Don't be a fucktard. No means no. I'm not going to be coerced. I'm not going to be trafficked. I fucking hate you. Everybody hates you. That's why we're getting the help. People love us. They don't like you. They want y'all gone. We're getting the information, not you. We're quoting you. You're not quoting us. Act like you understand what that means. You fucking act like you have no fucking idea what it means that we have all this. You embarrass me. You embarrass the hell out of me. I mean, this is... please be embarrassed like you make everybody else embarrassed. This is our witness statement. You've done everything you said. To a T. Proved him out 100 times over. Every time you invade my privacy, every time you contact me, Every time you take my money, we always get more. Your guy said when he pesters Cynthia and takes her money, things don't go well for us. She keeps finding out before. I have a feeling I don't know who these people are, but I have a feeling right now they're just flicking at us. They could stand up and crush us at any moment. And Charles had 6 years and 6 weeks to get somebody in a strip club that could be nice enough to her to maybe get her to slip up. Maybe. And he fucked it all up. He had everybody going in there being mean to her. Uh-huh. You're not supposed to contact me at all. Everybody's mad. She can't even fucking go to work. He's got some bizarre plan to hurt her. Every time she's going to go to work, he's got some fucked up thing he's going to do to her. In the forum state of Oklahoma, she's just going to work. So, we'll help you. Everybody like this bitch out of here. We'll do whatever we can to help you. We can't stand watching her be broke one more day. We can't stand watching her be raped one more day. We can't stand watching her have to clean up his mess one more time. Who the fuck does that? One time I was at work, I was on stage, and these two guys came up and handed me money. Well, they were sitting there, and they threw some money on stage. Handed me money. One of them threw it up. One of them started to hand me the money. And his friend pushed his hand back, and he goes, "No, you can't tip her." And he goes, "Why?" And he goes, "Those guys outside said that she pissed off some bigwig in Texas." And the guy looked at him, and he goes, "Then, oh my God, I fucking don't. Let's get out of here." They left and went somewhere else. Too much drama. So I made a big thing of it. And a week or two later, all of a sudden, the stage was covered with money. And I was like, oh, wow. So I pick up my money, and I go in the back. One of the girls comes walking towards me, and she goes, "Did you get that on stage?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "About fucking time he let you make money." And I go, "He let me make money?" "Yeah. He always tells us not to let you make money." A man that I moved twice to get away from, who's married, and she has no business being in Oklahoma, was never invited in Oklahoma, went to my work and did that. Right? Scripts and role-playing, not everybody goes along with it. You got leaks, we don't. You make people very uncomfortable, we don't. People hate your guts and what you're putting me through. They don't hate us, they like us. We're making you stop. Look at your results, look at ours. It's the same thing every day for 10 years, Mr. Perry. Look at all that. That's Calvin. You got Calvin, Blankenship, and Desiree, and Richard's name out of that. Yeah, you piss my guys off. They think you're a princess. They don't think it's cute when you pick on a woman. We got that. Before, not after. That's what the judge said. The most compelling is Mr. Nealey's thing. You're making a big thing out of this deal with Justice Scalia. Here's the thing with Justice Scalia. William O. Ritchie, who is a retired commander of D.C. homicide, questioned why protocol wasn't followed as it would have been had Justice Scalia died in Washington, D.C. He died in West Texas, where you are, and you were planning to lie about being harassed. You go into court and you lie, my guys are going to put you in jail. It'll just be another charge. They told me don't touch it. We got it. It's part of the criminal case. Let them lie all they want. Just stand back, hit play, and let them go. There you go. So, I don't know how many times it can repeat the same thing, but we have a shrink about ready to put you herself in the nut farm for the number of times everything's had to be repeated for you. Now, my guy gave you till 5 today. Give it back and fix it and get the fuck out, or he'll do it for you. And if he has to do it for you, remember, we have controlled every aspect of all the flow of information for 10 years. Every day, all day long. We heard y'all talk. Did she tell her a defense attorney about that yet? Did she say anything to her defense attorney yet? We heard you all day. We'll decide what we put out and when we put it out. Doesn't mean we don't know. Sometimes we think it's good if you don't know what we know. So, a lot of times we're just repeating ourselves. They're about ready to put you guys in a hospital for 2 reasons. When you get quoted this much and you're told to stop, you think you have a choice, you're in some serious mental problem. If you think you have a choice when you're told to cut it the fuck out, when you get quoted as much as you guys have, all day, every day, 10 years. all day, every day for 10 years. Who got this Fabian puzzle to me in jail, Charles? What law enforcement agency did that? Got me all this. Prove it's not law enforcement. You need evidence. You can't just walk in there and pull something out of your ass. Oh, I think it's Roswell aliens and shapeshifters. Believe me, Judge, just because I said it. Yeah. Does she have stupid written across her forehead? Huh? You think everybody has stupid written across their forehead. So my family was going to be led to believe that I just did something crazy and I just got arrested and you were going to go in and try to save the day and I refused your help. You didn't tell them, no, I sold her and I did this to coerce her and she's still not going along with it. Tell them the truth, Charles. You want to contact my family, tell them the whole story. Tell them what you're really doing. Tell them what you're really doing. You're a coward and you're a pussy and you're a pissan. And you got guys that have been through unimaginable shit that don't think it's cute. And they won't call you back. I talk to them every day. Her privacy is not to be invaded. You're not to contact her again or her family. And for every time you went into that court and lied, we're going to charge you ourselves. It's part of your criminal case. Prove there's no police. Prove it. With evidence. Not, I said there, it's just Roswell aliens and shapeshifters helping her. I said that's okay for that. And that. And the 20,000 times I've said, go get her car, make her destitute, then she'll be trafficked. Go get her car, then she'll like me. Then she'll lie for me. Ever happened before? It's different when you do it to me. Who's the witness? Maybe it's more than one person. Maybe this statement right here is more than one person's statement that we just kind of put together. This isn't official court, is it? No, it's not. And I'm not. Nobody owes you an answer to that. It could be one person. It could be 5. It could be 3. It's a need to know. All this right here. About ready to put you in jail for the 20,000. In the funny farm for the 20,000 times she heard you talk about taking my car. Your Honor, I feel like this is excessive amount of repeating. Cynthia and him. So it might be that we need to take him and put him in a hospital. He's also acting like he thinks he has a choice when he's told, get the fuck out of her life. He doesn't have a choice. Why doesn't he? He should get that by now. He's a grown-ass man. We quote them every day. He doesn't have a choice. He's not in compliance with the law. His conduct is offensive. He has leaks. We don't. And he thinks he has a choice. Everybody hates you for what you've put me through. And Mike. Why is Mike still in jail, Charles? We told you to get him out. We weren't kidding. You don't have a choice. If you think you have a choice, you might end up in the mental hospital. She might do it herself. Okay? Since your family's incompetent and your attorney's stupid, she might do it herself. And she has the authority to do it. So you got guys that have been through an unimaginable, that they're not going to call a princess like you. Judge, she said I raped her and I didn't rape her. I define how you make me feel. I do. You don't get to do it. I don't go out with men who are grown and go, I go get a doll, then she'll like me. I'm gonna take her car, then she'll like me. I make her broke, now she'll like me. I'm gonna ruin her family relationships, then she'll like me. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Oh my God. Wow. Ugh. Get the fuck away from me, whack job. Here, family. Here's a script for you and here, role play. Jesus Christ. You guys, who wrote the big black book of weirdo technique? Come see me. I want to slap the fuck out of you just because you're stupid enough to do that. You guys are a bunch of cowards. You hide behind my family. And you hide behind a computer and a TV. And not one of you has the balls to come threaten me to my face. Not one of you. I find that interesting. So do the guys helping me. They've been through shit you can't imagine. You think they're going to call you back? They're going to dignify you with a phone call? You're off your nut. You're nutty. You're in a fruitcake. There's no way. When they arrest you, you meet them then.
Second, let me break down what rape culture is. Rape culture is the fact that that man felt that he was entitled to some of this woman's time just because he said, let me talk to you for 2 minutes. Doesn't matter if it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes. If she said no, no means no. Rape culture is the comments that she has on her video about how she should have just spoke to him or dressed differently. Rape culture is me taking the heat for calling out other men for their terrible behavior. Rape culture is trying to explain stuff as, oh, it's just locker room talk. No, it's not locker room talk. You should talk the same way wherever you are. We all know that rape is not about sex, it's about power. So for you to force yourself on somebody, even if you're just talking to them, is disgusting, dude.
Okay, so you want to take my car to coerce me. You want to take my money to coerce me. And it's duly noted for the record. You want to make me destitute to coerce me. You want to fuck with my family to coerce me. And so, name the cops that are helping me. Every time you talk about taking my car, we get it. We get it before, not after. So we've documented everything on this blog. And what you did to Mike. And the disclaimer. Everything you've said in court, Mr. Perry, can and will be used against you in a court of law. Okay? Everything. It already is. They get investigatory orders with what you've already said 20,000 fucking times. You and Calvin. Okay, the use of technology talks about how stalkers use electronic devices illegally. And connecting the dots talks about what cops are supposed to do when they're dealing with a stalking complaint. It's not what TPD did. Alright, so there's that.